Fire Zac Taylor. For the love of God. Fire Zac Taylor. I can't express this enough. Fire Zac Taylor. Bro, I just saw his post-game interview. This motherfucker, I don't care, it is so terrible. He's heading to the bye week. We don't need to change anything fundamentally. Zach, we are 4-7. We are on the brink, Zach. Zach, are you listening to me, Zac Taylor? We are on the brink. We are 4-7. We have back-to-back losses. What do you mean? There's no sense of urgency? You're not trying to light a fire or anything? You're just standing there going like, good job, Zoe. Like, get him out of the team, bro. Like, if it wasn't for Joe Burrow, his ass would have been fired 2 years ago. Like, oh my God, if we didn't have Joe Burrow, we'd be the worst team in the league, bro. This is insane. He said there's no sense of pressure or whatever. There's basically no sense of urgency. That the only thing they're really going to use the bye week for is to get healthy. Well, guess what, Zach? We've been a crappy team even when we are healthy. That's not the problem. He thinks just because we have 6-1 score losses that we're a good football team? No, Zach. The difference between a good football team and a bad football team is we can finish out games. And guess what? Unlike previous years, we can't finish out games. What are you doing? Why do you have a job? Why? You're terrible. He's got... What the... I don't know what to say. He should have been fired yesterday. If it wasn't for Joe Burrow, his ass would have been fired in 2022. I've been saying it since we made the Super Bowl in 21. Zach is trash. He can't call any plays, basically. He's a terrible clock manager. He wastes timeouts all the time. The late game, forget it. Zach ain't going to show up. And then he just walks around the locker room like, oh, there's no sense of pressure. Like, we're not heading to our bye week 4-7 with back-to-back losses after saying we had Super Bowl aspirations entering the year. You suck. Get fired. Fuck you. I don't care. You are terrible at your job. You need to be gone yesterday. But of course, Mike Brown's gonna keep him because, well, he made the Super Bowl that one year. I don't care. He's terrible. We wouldn't even have 5 wins in any season with Zach if it wasn't for Joe Burrow. Like, I wouldn't even blame Burrow, Chase, Higgins, any of them who want to leave because they gotta be under this clown their entire career. He's terrible. Get him off. Either fire him or rebuild, and then fire him after the rebuild. I don't care. He needs to be gone. I don't care. Burrow and Chase and Higgins and all of them are way too good to have to deal with Zac Taylor as their head coach. I mean, this is the worst Bengals team since 2020, dude. And we have the same near the same roster, at least offensively, we had in 21, 22, and 23. And I was hyping Zach up after 2023. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but he's terrible. He needs to be fired. I don't care what he's done in the past. He hasn't done nothing in the past. Joe Burrow has done stuff. Like, there's no sense of urgency. He basically said there's no sense of pressure or urgency. You're not going to use the bye week to make some adjustments? Like, I don't know, trying to figure out why Cam Taylor-Britt went from a near Pro Bowler to one of the worst, not just DBs, not just defensive players, but one of the worst players currently in the NFL that is getting playing time? What? I don't know, man. Fire Zac Taylor, bro. This whole season is done. It's cooked. Screw this season, bro. Fuck this team.